Anyway, guys, this is vehicle back here with another vehicle. AKA, so last week didn't have one because of issues. But this week's my birthday, so I spent like a good $50 on comics. None of these are ready yet, but it's kind of making up for the video because I haven't done one last week. So I'm afraid let me get into it. Just give you my kind of take on these comics I bought. So the first one we got right back off is Mrs. Deadpool, The Howling Commandos, issue 3. But then another camera's loading. But basically just continues the story. It seems like kind of the Howling Commandos, the monsters, they're kind of gonna go against Dracula and team up with Mr. Deadpool. So kind of curious to see how it's gonna end in that and everything. But never liked the art style and the whole premise for it. And Mrs. Deadpool's pretty hot. She-Rick and the vampire bride of Dracula. And it's just cool seeing all the monsters like Dracula, Wolfman, and Frankenstein and everything. Swamp Thing's in it too, so it's good. Not Swamp Thing, Man Thing. Swamp Thing's DC, but it's still pretty cool. So that's my thoughts on that one. Second one we got is Ghost Riders, my bad. What issue is this? Issue 3. It's a variant cover 99 I got. Obviously that was pretty cool. It's him jumping over, saw the Neos in, so it's a pretty cool shirt. But heck forward to seeing how this turns out with the whole, Secret Wars series. So that's how that goes. The second one I got is the third one is a Superman and Wonder Woman issue 30. Issue 20. My bad. It just continues after I left off. Look like Parasite's back in this one. Superman's kind of dealing with his power loss, and same as Wonder Woman was dealing with a new, her dilemma being, the queen of her race, and also the God of War. She has a new costume, of course, and just her dealing with Donna Troy and everything is kind of cool how they kind of tie in together with this one, its own series, which breeds into Wonder Woman 43. Again, she's still dealing with the Donna Troy thing, and just dealing with being Wonder Woman, new threats each time. So it's always interesting to see that. I really like this story arc with Wonder Woman. When these dudes finally don't stop working on Wonder Woman, I'll probably bad, like I said, but for now, Wonder Woman's a really good read. Leads to another DC title, Suicide Squad. The new Suicide Squad, as they call it. Of course, it's Deadshot on the cover. I caught up all the way to it. I really don't know what to say much about it, because this one's like kind of all over the place. Reverse Flash is in this. And but that's really the biggest thing, Still Black Manta's the leader, and I like memories, if you've been keeping up reading it. But I know Reverse Fast is like their new edition, so kind of curious to see where that's going. Bring it back to Marvel. We got Secret Wars, issue 5 of 8. And it looks like this is about to be the fall of Doom. Obviously, little face thing, nothing then. And I haven't read it yet. Like I said, I haven't read any of these, but look forward to what's going to happen because the real Reaches is coming soon, and some crazy stuff looks like it's about to go down. And then it leads into the Fly, the final issue. It took me a while to get this because it's really hard, but just I guess kind of wrapping up the story, see how it goes, the whole Blind March and everything. So I'm kind of curious to see how it wraps up, the outbreak, and I guess that'll be the final chapter of The Fly, unless they do to make a spin-off of this too, which they always do, because that's what comics and movies do. Bring it back to Vampirilla versus Army of Darkness. I don't know what's much going on. I just know for some reason Vampirilla's all hooked out, and she's in this, and she doesn't have the sense like she does in Vampirilla. So I'm kind of curious to see what's going on with that, and Ash has to fight her. But that's kind of interesting. Look forward to that. Back to DC, we got Starfire, issue 3. I feel like it's gonna be one shots. I really like August Corner's art, kind of just slice of life. Starfire. It's kind of interesting to see her dealing with Earth, and I feel like this is conclude pretty soon. And if this might be the final issue of this one, but again, look forward to reading that. Back tomorrow, we got A-Force issue 3. That was a all-female, Marvel characters team. This takes off pretty last. If you're reading up the series, can't really say much because I haven't read it. We look like it just continued the story last when the last fell off. So we'll see what happens. Back to DC again. We got Power Girl and Harley Quinn, or Harley Quinn and Power Girl. Issue 3. This was when they had that one-shot alternate timeline, and this continues with their story with that. So, anyways, we'll see how that's gonna turn out. DC again. I haven't. It's not in my box, but I've been reading Red Hood and Arsenal. Just them teaming up. No Starfire, obviously, because it's their own series. Had a cope with the art style was kind of interesting looking. Doesn't look like your traditional DC comic or traditional Grayson, or doesn't look like your traditional, Jason Todd or Red Arrow and Roy Harper. It was interesting to see how they team up and how art style is. And it's kind of like cool to see these two guys together. To me, it's like a team of it, but I really like it. So yeah. So far we continue reading it. Second one we got is not second one. This one is we got is DC's Bombshells issue 1. I remember when they did the variant covers. Now they made it to an actual issue. I guess it's gonna be like kind of steampunk, like retro, maybe a what if, all the superheroes. So I'm kind of curious to see how it is. It looks interesting, art style and everything visually. So I'm really curious to see how it does. But then we got Sword of Sora issue 4. Excuse me. I was not playing. Again, getting the story, all these mashups with Dynamite of the females, and kind of seeing curious how that goes on, because it's a 6-series issue, but 4 is they're gonna start trying to wrap up the story. Seems like we'll see how it goes from there. It's kind of interesting to read. And the final one, my birthday comic haul this year, is Clarence issue 3. It's supposed to be 4 miniseries. I don't know if they ever make any others, but it's just kind of like, to me, like I said, like issues that they couldn't make into episodes, they put in comics, and it's kind of nice to read. I like the cartoon Clarence, So apparently these are really hard to find too, because everyone likes them listening to the show, same as Rick and Morty's. But with 8 minutes coming up, let me count how many that was. That was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's my 15 comics for $50. They all together were 50. That was my birthday haul. My comics peaked the last 2 weeks. And that's pretty much making this video. This is Video Go, aka signing off. Now, Dwan the Peace.